What's up? Andrew Pawlak, co-founder and CEO at leadPops.com, back with another Dartboard marketing video on our theme of lead funnels, all things lead funnels related. We hit the topic of traditional marketing. You might be thinking, what does traditional marketing have to do with lead funnels, right? These two things are completely separate, but the fact is they're very much connected if you're strategic with it. Traditional marketing can work really well still in a digital age. Clients are getting great results with old school methods. Door hangers, flyers, direct mail pieces, signage, billboards, radio ads, television, all that kind of stuff can work really well for you when you have the right strategy in place. And the old school way of just putting a 1-800 phone number on there, if that's all you're doing, those efforts will struggle. You've got to combine the traditional with the digital and bring people to an online presence from that traditional effort with a good call to action that drives them to an online presence either on a mobile phone or on a desktop computer that is built for lead conversion. So that is the key to success with these old school efforts, is bringing them to the digital age by combining what you're doing offline with what you're doing online. Think about this from a consumer standpoint. They don't always want to call up a salesperson. In fact, people are very hesitant to just call up a 1-800 number and talk to a salesperson. They think they're going to get talked into something. It's a pressure environment. Doesn't mean they're not serious. It doesn't mean they're not interested. But if my only option is to pick up the phone and call and talk to a salesperson, we're missing out on a whole lot of people that would have responded if there was another option. Let's even call that plan B. I know you want the phone to ring. I'm not going to take away your phone calls. But I would like for all the other people that are not ready to call yet to have another option to connect with you, to learn more about your offering. So that's where we combine a good call to action and we drive them ideally to a web presence that's optimized for marketing and lead generation. So we use a good call to action. Something like, find out if you're eligible. It only takes 60 seconds. Go to iapprovesandiego.com. Just throwing that out there off the top of my head. Maybe not the easiest domain name. If you can get something short and sweet, that's ideal. But think about it this way. A domain name is a lot easier to remember than a phone number. It's a lot easier to access than a phone number. Even something like a QR code on that traditional piece could make it really easy for people to just scan and go to that web presence. And that's where that web presence has to be optimized with lead funnels. Either you drive them directly to a landing page that's got a lead funnel built into it, or you take them to a website that is really optimized for lead conversion so that when people get to that website, we're able to convince them rather quickly to get into the capture process where we start asking questions. That funnel breakdown I provided in my first video on this topic, where we start to learn about them. We ask good questions. We don't just say, give me your contact information, tell me where you live, asking for all this personal stuff they're not ready for yet. That defeats the purpose. So the logic behind why LendingTree and Zillow and Bankrate and Quicken Loans are so successful with all of their ads, whether it's radio or online banners or whatever it might be, they're very smart about how where they drive you is optimized for lead conversion. They never just start the process out with, tell me all your personal information that you don't want to give me, because they know that scares people off. So marrying these things together works really well. Again, a good strong call to action on that sign, on that billboard, on that door hanger, on the back of your business card, on that direct mail piece. Good strong call to action telling people exactly what to do. If you're in the mortgage industry, don't use apply now as your call to action. We call that the apply or die method, which doesn't work really well. Right? You want something easy. Find out how much home you can afford. Find out how much money you can save. See if you're eligible. Whatever that offer is, we want to combine a good, compelling call to action, and that's where we drive them to that next destination. And hopefully it's a really good, short, sweet domain name. And on the receiving end of that domain name, you've got a really good landing page or a website that, again, is really optimized with lead funnels, which is where we start asking for information in that fun, friendly, engaging kind of way. We learn about them. We ask about 12 to 20 questions. That's about the sweet spot, one at a time. We make it gamified, so it's kind of fun as you go through the process. You feel like you're getting somewhere. And then at the very end, we collect that contact information, and that gets delivered directly to your CRM as an exclusive lead. So that's how you take that traditional marketing that you may have done in the past that didn't work so well, And that's how you optimize it to get the most and get the best results. And if you've thought about traditional marketing, but you think it's just outdated and that stuff doesn't work, surprisingly enough, it's working better than ever because it isn't as overcrowded as it used to be. The internet's where there's a whole lot of noise and it's hard to stand out. It's actually become easier to stand out because there are a lot less people doing the traditional marketing. But if you're gonna do it, you've got to do it right. Optimize it for lead conversion. Use these strategies. Good call to action, great domain name. Pull that domain name to a website or a landing page that's optimized for lead conversion with lead funnels, and you will see success. You will see results. You'll probably get a pretty fat return on your investment. So that's how you make this stuff work. Hope it's been helpful. That's my take on traditional marketing, how to make those work with lead funnels. If you've done traditional marketing and you've had success or not, share in the comments below. Love to hear from you. Share this video if you think it's helpful, and I'll catch you next time with another Dartboard marketing video. Thanks very much.